Hi everyone, and welcome to today's morning report with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantech Markets for Thursday the 27th of February. There has been a sizable shift away from the bulls in the last 24 hours, and that's come on the back of increasing political tensions surrounding Ukraine, with news reports that Russia is amassing troops amid military exercises in inverted commas. So there's been a big move towards the dollar, or towards the safer haven currencies. Euro's certainly been hit on the back of that. Pound's been flying around as well, as has dollar yen. So a lot more volatility back into these currencies. But in terms of stocks, there's not been a huge amount of reaction quite yet. These markets have found resistance and are struggling to push on. And certainly in the last day or so, there've been signs that there may be a bit of possibly profit taking coming back into these markets. But certainly if we look at the VIX, for example, the VIX Volatility Index, after 4 days of declines, that had a jump high yesterday, and I will certainly be watching out for this VIX today. Certainly if it moves back above the 15 sort of level, I think that would be interesting today, if that would suggest a turnaround in sentiment, and more volatile markets tend to be sold into. So just watch out for that today, as this continues. The news suggests that today is going to be focusing on the testimony from Janet Yellen. This is her delayed testimony to the Senate Banking Committee, which got delayed due to weather, and it's actually interesting because the weather was part of her excuse as to why the recent payrolls reports had been so disappointing. And it will be interesting to see during her questioning today whether that continues to be a theme and continues to be an excuse. Traders recently have been using the weather as an excuse for this the bad data, such as the housing data that we've seen, and the retail sales data also. So it'll be interesting to see if Janet Yellen continues on that line today, and whether traders will get more information about what's actually going on in the economy, and maybe give a clue as to the continuation of tapering, which is obviously always on traders' minds. You've also got German inflation at 1 o'clock this afternoon. That's 1.3%. That's the expectation there, and that could certainly have more of an impact on the euro this afternoon. If that comes in under expectations, that would put more pressure on the euro, as it could imply that there's increased likelihood of deflation in the eurozone. Our chart of the day that I'm going to be looking at today is silver. Now, both silver and gold had a big drop yesterday. Silver has been underperforming gold, and certainly that is now looks to have been broken down from a trading range that silver had been trading in. That was back below the 21.30, 21.29 sort of area, as completed. You could argue a top pattern in that. Now, I don't think there's going to be a huge correction. I think we're just going to be coming, if it continues, you could come back down towards this 20.50 area. The momentum indicators, for example, have topped out. I mean, the RSI has actually got, you could argue, a bearish divergence there with a failure swing as well. So that actually suggests that downside pressure is now growing on this, and obviously with the stochastics rolling over, the MACD lines also on the brink of a crossover sell signal. So suggests a possible correction now in this silver chart. Moving intraday, you see that top pattern more clearly. On the move below 21.29, you failed overnight to push back above that resistance. A couple of pullbacks there have failed, so it's interesting because in the last few hours silver's on the rally again. So if it continues to find resistance under that 21.29 to 21.35 resistance band, I think that the pressure could increase to the downside. As I said, it's trading underneath all these intraday moving averages, and the momentum indicators have become increasingly corrective as well. So it could certainly be eyeing up a correction back towards that 2050 key support area now. which was also around about the target of that top pattern as well. 2060 is the target from that top pattern. So silver could be correcting, and certainly I'd be watching out for that failing underneath that 2135, 2130 resistance there today. Anyway, I wish you good luck with your trading today, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.